You could already have financial freedom, but you don't. And this is why. My name is Paul Vasquez with Tax Lab. We help people become ethical millionaires. In order to have financial freedom, your cost of living must be less than the cash flow from your assets. Let's do that again. We'll do it the other way. To have financial freedom, the cash flow from your assets must be greater than your cost of living. So, if you look at your cost of living, and let's say it is $1,000, just for easy math, $1,000 gets you from not dying. Right? That's your bare minimum cost of living. And your assets, the cash flow from that, the money coming in every month, if it's more than that, you could be financially free, right? All your basic needs are covered from the cash flow of your assets. Now, maybe it's closer to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 a month. Whatever your cost of living is, your cash flow from your investments, from your assets, must be higher than that. That's the equation. That's how it works. The equation's fairly simple. Look at the money that's going out every month and say, how much is coming in that I don't have to put any effort into? How much is coming in residually off my assets? That's it. That's it. You could be financially free if you had more cash flow from your assets, or you were able to reduce your cost of living to that. So, how do you start? Well, you start by knowing your numbers. You need to know how much, on average, you're expensing every month. How much does it cost you to live every month? And that standard of living, of course, can increase, but that means that the assets or the cash flow from your assets have to be more than that. And so that's why some people who are even, say, already millionaires or multimillionaires, they have millions in assets, but those assets might not be cash flowing them enough to fit their inflated lifestyle. And so they're going to be consistently feeling like they're not financially free because their lifestyle is outpacing the growth or the cash flow from their assets. So first you have to know where you're at. How much does it cost you to survive every month? Understand that number. You don't have to get down about that number or mad about that number or anything else. You just need to know that number first. So you got to kind of first leave your emotional baggage at the door first. Say, okay, before I get emotional about these numbers, what are they? Right? You can become emotional about it later. But first, let's just find out what they are. All right, so find out what those numbers are. Next, look at your assets. Do you have any that can produce income, can produce cash flow? This might be stocks and bonds. It might be an interest-bearing account of some sort. It could be a rental unit. It could be real estate. It could be a business that you're a stakeholder in. There could be lots of things that allow you to have those assets work for you, but you first have to accumulate those assets and then say, okay, are these assets actually cash flowing and how much? And what's the percentage there? What percent of my cost of living can be covered by the cash flow of my assets? And just knowing those numbers, figuring out those numbers is going to help you kind of understand where you're at right now. And then then you can look at how to flip that ratio, how to flip the script on your financial freedom. So if you want help with that plan, go to lab.tax, click on advisory services, get your free 15-minute introductory call about our comprehensive consult that helps you set that foundation, that groundwork, and we give you a plan on how to move forward. Otherwise, like, subscribe, comment, and keep watching. I'll keep dribbling in what I can in these short little clips. I wish you guys all the success.